Diego Mayor Todd Gloria wants to answer your questions.
It's first Monday of the month, which means our Your Questions Answered with Mayor Todd Gloria segment. Mayor Gloria, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Before we get to our viewer questions, I wanted to talk to you about the tragedy SDPD had last weekend. We had two officers, Ryan Park and Jamie Huntley Park, killed in a wrong-way crash. I saw you at the memorial last night. You didn't address the public, but I did see you spending a long time with their loved ones there. Why was it important for you to be there? And how do you offer comfort to somebody who's lost their loved ones so senselessly?
It's difficult, Carlo, but it's certainly a lot easier than what those families are going through, which is the most difficult of circumstances. I appreciate you being there. I wanted to be there just to show my support for Jamie and for Ryan and for their families, not to make any big speeches. Last night was about their family and their friends, and to be there to try and offer the comfort and support of our entire community. I've been heartened by the outpouring of support from all corners of our city for these two incredible officers that I can tell you, having reviewed their citations and their awards, they both worked for the city for less than 10 years, but they have more commendations and awards than people who've served for the department for 30 years. They were two truly exceptional members of our city family, and they will be deeply and sorely missed. And that's what I shared with their families last night.
You can tell the impact that they made not only on the police community, neighborhood community, but also the youth organizations. I know a lot of families involved in the hockey teams that Jamie used to coach, and just such heavy hearts. Nice to see everyone coming together, though, to grieve and offer comfort. Thank you for being our leader through that really difficult event, Mayor. Let's get to some of the viewer questions now that we've received. A woman named Carolyn asks, I want to ask Todd Gloria about SeaWorld's fireworks show. Why were they given permission to resume? Doing them every single night through September 6th is untenable for pets and residents with PTSD. They are also bad for our environment. So we'd like to give you a chance to answer that. Mayor Gloria?
Yeah, that's a tough one. We hear negative and positive feedback about SeaWorld's shows. It is within their rights and their permits to have those shows. And I think that, we as a city work with them as partners to try and make sure that we have attractions and opportunities that the community, both San Diegans and visitors alike, can enjoy. We do try and enforce all the rules that are associated with it. There's environmental mitigation. City crews sometimes goes out to collect that debris, but it's a matter of balancing these competing demands, competing opinions of those fireworks show, and that's what the city is charged with doing.
All right, Mayor Gloria, another viewer asks, why aren't there any tiny home communities within the surrounding communities of the city of San Diego? And I can only assume that they mean outside of downtown San Diego when they're asking this about the surrounding communities.
Yeah, let's be clear about the jurisdiction I get to oversee. It's the city of San Diego, so I can't speak for Chula Vista, Ramona, Jacumba, whatever you want to do. For our city, tiny homes are, they make for good reality television, Carlo. But the truth is our housing problem is even bigger than that. What we have to do is build more housing generally. And in our urban communities, even those outside of downtown, the land values often don't align with tiny home use. What I'm supporting is the introduction of more housing in communities next to jobs, near infrastructure, places where our quality of life is improved. And that's why you see me supporting things like Senator Tony Atkins' Senate Bill 9, which would allow for the creation of more duplexes in our communities, not quite tiny homes, but homes that do work with the underlying land value and actually create housing that's affordable for working class people in the city. My fear is increasingly the people that make this city work, the working and middle class San Diegans, can't afford to live here. I think Senate Bill 9 is a way to actually make sure they can afford to live in a city like San Diego. And the important thing is that statewide policy. So it's not San Diego solving the state's housing crisis. It's every city being asked to shoulder their burden of our additional housing production responsibilities.
It is a growing problem, so nice to see some solutions on the table. Finally, Mayor, and I know this is an issue that's very important to you, let's discuss the federal reversal of California's 30-year assault weapons ban that just came down last Friday before the weekend. I know you've had some time to think about this, and I know you want to share your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I disagree strongly with the judge's ruling. The assault weapons ban has worked in San Diego and across California. You know, you guys report the news every single night, and too many nights we are telling the story of gun violence in our neighborhoods. As your mayor, it makes me not at all proud to share that gun violence in our community is up, and we need actually fewer guns in our communities, in our neighborhoods, not more. And so the repeal of our state's assault weapons ban makes it more likely that these weapons of war are on our streets, harming our kids and our communities. As mayor, I can't support that, and our city will be fighting back against this ruling, joining the state and helping to appeal that particular decision.
San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria joining us the first Monday of the month. We'll see you again at the start of July. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you for yours.